A lot of people don't necessarily consider graffiti as art because they see it as vandalism. And it's until we move it from the underground and put it into the forefront of our communities, it's going to still be a crime. My name's Alex Vellis. I run the Giving 1% community chest in Canterbury. We work with artists and local authorities to do various things that help the community. There is definitely a demand for legal graffiti walls in Canterbury. A free space would help bring together various different communities and really push the boundaries of what it means to be an artist and what art actually is. In a medieval city like Canterbury, there is often some resistance to allowing in the idea of new subcultures.
Due to its long history of tourism, the city is keen to advertise a certain image. Graffiti seems to not comply with this idealized portrayal.
After a proposal in 2019, which expressed the demand for legal graffiti walls, the council was unconvinced. In fact, they pull strings even tighter, creating jobs like graffiti enforcement officers, who, with the police, tackle and monitor graffiti on streets.
The council also encourages the public to report cases of graffiti by offering a financial reward of £500. Councillor Ashley Clark, who oversees the graffiti enforcement sector, shared his views.
I don't call it graffiti, I call it criminal damage. It costs the people of this district many thousands of pounds, and what it should be doing, it should be costing the offenders. We don't get much graffiti because the moment it appears, we're out there with the graffiti wipes and it's gone. So if you've got an authority that acts proactively to get rid of it as quickly as possible, that helps.
In various different cities across the UK, legal spaces have been shown to lower the overall graffiti and crime in that town, in that city. If we legalise a whole section, or at least decriminalise the additional areas, then we can save entire beautiful cities from having graffiti all over them, and that's actually been proven to work.
I think it's quite stupid, really, to put up graffiti walls. How do you decide what goes on there? What is good, what is bad? What I'm talking about is not putting up there anything which could be considered to be obscene or would upset or would cause undue offence. The other thing, it undermines the role of the police, in as much that anybody can walk around the district with spray cans in their pocket. Oh, I'm just off to the graffiti wall, which is not good. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. I look at things fairly simply. The law says you don't go and spray somebody else's property or do it, then you get arrested.
Under the Antisocial Behaviour Act 2003, graffiti is considered a form of vandalism or criminal mischief. The consequences can range from hefty fines, or in a worst-case scenario, a 10-year prison sentence. The idea of legalization of graffiti is also met with some resistance from within the culture itself, as it may jeopardize their core values. But is it sustainable to deny graffiti? There will always be artists happy to take these risks, so why not provide a space for this subculture?
People are like, why are you in jail for graffiti? You're not harming anyone, you pose no physical harm to any person. All you're doing is applying a medium to a surface. Tagging can be ugly, but in the same form, like, I can see all the beauty in that tag. I can see how that person has sat or stood or climbed or got to this place. Like, there is a story behind each mark. That's all that needs to happen with graffiti, I think, is for people to understand how that mark was made, why it was made, sort of who made it.
There's nothing artistic in a tag, quite frankly. If they call it art, all right, I see some art I think is appalling. They do it at home, or they do it in a friend's house, or they do it where they've got permission to do it, that's fine. But don't inflict that on everybody else that lives in your district.
There is a small code. You don't paint religious buildings like places of worship or old buildings, but if you've got no respect for yourself, you're only going to show angriness and cause more vandalism outside. It could be just someone who's sort of attacking the town but screaming out for help. Like they're saying, look at me, help me, or acknowledge me, I exist.
There are many contradicting opinions about this moral and social issue. Some are strongly against the idea of unsupervised street art. Some believe it's just a human compulsion to leave a mark of themselves behind.
There's so much more behind it that is left unexplained. And because people don't understand it, that's why they don't like it.
If you've got an elderly person and they've got their garage or whatever, garage door, and someone goes up, sprays a tag all over it, that's pretty unkind, that's pretty nasty.
And I appreciate where they're coming from, but when shown research and when shown information and when shown all of this data, and to still turn around and say no, to me it feels something more insidious, like they just don't care.
The traditional artists and the council have something in common though. They both believe graffiti should remain illegal. But if there's no compromise, there will always be a battle between those who want the community to develop and those who wish to abolish it.